John Gruden face. Watch now, fucking Sokol's gonna wrap that one up. Alright, people, this is the Week 2 PRNSC FFL Rundown. It's your commish. I'm live from New York City. I heard that song the other day. That's Tiesto and the Chainsmokers for all you young folk out there. I think I kind of like it. I wasn't like in love with it, and I listened to it a few times, and it's kind of like it. Alright, anyways, for all the Giant fans out there, have a moment of silence for Eli Manning's career. September 17th, 2019, the Daniel Jones era has begun. I wonder who's going to pick him up in free agency. Anyways, let's get into this rundown. It's your commish. It's Week 2. We're going into Week 3. Big things happening across the board here. So let's hop right into things. Let's get it started with Quaker Oats taking on the maintenance guy. That is moi. Taking on Ryan Windrum. Ryan, you failed to crack 100. You failed to crack 80. You failed to crack 71. You're at 70.5, kiddo. That's just not going to do it against a defending champ. Your boy had Antonio Brown going for the first time this year. Put up 13 points. I'm satisfied with that. And another big week for Austin Eckler. It's looking like the pickup of the year, the sleeper of the draft right now, Austin Eckler. Nice job. I only put up 116.5, but it was enough to win, so Quaker Oats moves to 2-0. The maintenance guy drops to 0-2. Ryan Windrum looking like a repeat of last year, kiddo. Next up, we got Team Doggy Paddle taking on Team Higgins. That is Matt Hansen, the roommate, moving to 2-0 with a 134.5 to 131.8 victory. That is our closest margin of the week. This was a nail-biter, man. And Dalvin Cook really pulled away for Hansen, the 33 points that D. Cook has been putting up, absolutely torching him, powered by his two running backs, Derrick Henry as well. Higgins, 131.8, usually enough to win, not this week, so Team Hansen moves to, Matt Hansen, Team Doggy Paddle moves to 2-0, and Team Higgins drops to 0-2. Not looking good for Team Higgins right now. Next up, we've got the retired garbage man taking on Brett's swimming lessons. That is Cameron taking on Johnny Soaks there. Sokol, this is usually my line of the week where it's like if your defense is your number one scorer, that's not a good thing. However, you put up 192 points. Johnny Boy, you're our top dog of the week, our top scorer of the week. The New England defense just absolutely butt-fucked the Miami Dolphins. 35 points from them, 33.5 from Lamar. 23.5 from Ezekiel Elliott, and Sokol was pushing 200 points. Cameron, you ran into a buzzsaw 2 weeks in a row. Sometimes it happens, kiddo. 141.5, usually enough to win, not against a team like Sokol had this week. So Cameron, you're an 0-2, but I would say you're a powerful 0-2. I wouldn't sleep on Cameron's team. 141.5 is no joke. Next up, it was Team Kiddie Pool Island traveling to a new team name from Mike Barron. This is Aquafil and Company. So we went from something Quaker. No, I'm Quaker. Something Oats. I don't know. I can't remember. But Aquafil and Company, I like it. I like the team name. I like switching it up. It didn't work for you though because you still lost. 124.5 to 119.3. Team Kiddie Pool Island moves to 2-0. That drops Mike Barron to a 1-1 record. Barron 119.3. You only have one person crack 20 points, which is never a good sign. Just need a little bit more from Brandon Cooks, Carson Wentz. I'm sure there's a few people that didn't perform to your liking. I'm not going to dive deep here, but 1-1, nothing to be ashamed of, Barron. Get him in Week 3. And our game of the week, the one we had to keep a close eye on, the one that everybody was talking about, it's PRNSC Hall of Fame Class 18. That's Timmy Fusco taking on Zach's Chlorine Readings. That was the former two-time defending champ, Tom Deanna. And would you look at this? The tides have turned, folks. Tom Deanna drops a game to 0-2. And Timmy Fusco moves to 2-0. Snorlax! You know when Ash finally plays the Pokey Flute? It's like, Timmy, you have awoken. You are alive. You're back in this league. It's been a while since you had the trophy. And you're fully in it, dude. 2-0. 141.3 to 126.3 was the final here. Patrick Mahomes, Chris Godwin, Nick Chubb all doing good things there for Timmy. 126.3. Kind of like me this week, Deanna, where it's like, could have done better, could have gotten the win, got the L. Tom, you fall to 0-2. I'm not worried about Tom. I know he's a top dog in this league. I think he'll come back with a vengeance. And now that I say that, he probably plays me next week, so I'll probably fucking lose. Would you look at that? With that being said, we're going to jump into our standings really quickly, and then we're going to look at our Week 3 matchups. So, in the, what do we have? We have the Big Rock Division first. That is 2 teams at 2-0. That's Team Doggy Paddle and Quaker Oats, both tied for the top of the division. That's Sokol. No, that's Hanson and myself. Then the Retired Garbage Man, that would be Sokol at 1-1 in third place. 2 teams at the bottom of the division. That's Brett Swimming Lessons and Team Higgins, both at 0-2. Over on the other side of the ball, it's Team Kiddie Pool Division. We've got Timmy Fusco, that's PRNSC Hall of Fame Class 18, and Team Kiddie Pool Island, that's Tommy Higgins, both 2-0. Aquafil and Company, Mike Barron, in third place at 1-1. And at the bottom of the division, it's Ryan Windrum's, the maintenance guy, and Tom Deanna's Zach's Chlorine Readings, both at 0-2. And if we look at our points for, the most points for, indicating power rankings or strength of team, I'll give you the top 3. Points for is going to be Doggy Paddle at 335.5. The Retired Garbage Man at 312, and then myself, Quaker Oats, at 300.3. Those are the only 3 teams that have cracked the 300-point mark. So if you do 300 divided by 2, we're all averaging over 150 points a week, which is good numbers. And then at the bottom 3, probably our 0-2 teams. And would you look at that? It's Zach's Chlorine Readings, 0-2. Team Higgins, 0-2. And then the maintenance guy at the very bottom, 0-2. I'm wondering where's Brett's Swimming Lessons in this. Cameron ran into a buzzsaw 2 weeks in a row. He's in, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7. So Cameron, you're in 6th in points for. So although you're 0-2, I still think that team is capable of winning some games. Let's move on to our Week 3 matchups, and then I'll give you your matchup of the week, and we'll get out of here. Our Week 3 matchups. Oh, would you look at that? It's a coil bowl. Quaker Oats at 2-0, taking on Brett's Swimming Lessons at 0-2. As I'm bragging about Cameron's 0-2 team and his 6th place in his points for, I'm going to whoop his ass this weekend. Next up, we've got Zach's Chlorine Readings in a must-win week. You can't drop to 0-3, Tommy, taking on the top dog with the most points in the league. That's Doggy Paddle. That's Matt Hansen's team at 2-0. We've got Team Kiddie Pool Island at 2-0, taking on the maintenance guy at 0-2. We've got Team Higgins at 0-2, taking on Retired Garbage Man at 1-1. And we've got Aquafil and Company at 1-1, taking on PRNSC Hall of Fame Class 18 at 2-0. What do we want to do for our game of the week? I feel like it's got to be the Coil Bowl. Cameron's 0-2. He needs a win. I'm 2-0. I'd love to keep the win streak going. If we go back to last year, I haven't lost since like week 7 in this league. So, I mean, the matchup of the week is the Coil Bowl. And I'm feeling pretty confident moving forward here, although I just bragged about Cameron's team. Didn't know you appointed me. So, all right, there it is, folks. That's your rundown. That's week 2 in the books. Week 3 coming up. Don't forget Thursday Night Football. And there are about 5 people who still owe me money, so make sure you're getting your $50 into me. Good night, New York.